feel. Sorry, these are my feelings, and you can tell me I'm wrong. I know you will. Right before we got pregnant, we were kind of going through it, like emotionally, mentally, physically. We tried to conceive for a while. We kind of had to learn to lean on things that we hadn't leaned on in the past. For example, we were super encouraged to start praying more and leaning more on God, which was kind of like unfathomable for me and Tanner because one, we're not really good at asking for help, and we're in a state of mind where we were going to ask God for help if we hadn't been feeling like we were being grateful enough for everything he has brought up, everything that he has presented us in this lifetime. That's obviously not how the Christian faith believes that you should have a relationship with God. We should be talking to him every day. You know, it shouldn't just be when things are going well or only when things are not going well. Being brought up Catholic and not having a lot of close friends that were super religious, that's just how we knew our faith and our relationship with God. We used him as someone to express gratitude to, but we weren't necessarily calling on him to guide us or even just kind of even know how to explain it. But we weren't asking him for help, essentially, in those moments when we needed him. When I was younger, I really struggled with substances. I have a very addictive personality. I wasn't getting into anything that merited me getting, professional help, but it probably wouldn't have hurt. I probably would have had a lot more friendships as an adult if I hadn't been such a reckless child. I am trying to become more connected to my faith, more connected to God, but then also I'm not trying to lean on substances. I'm not trying to engage in drinking that much. It just doesn't suit me and my personality. Don't get me wrong, I'll have a cocktail at happy hour, I'll drink a glass of wine at your wedding, I'm gonna do those things, but I don't want part of my ritual or part of my habit of friendships to be centered around alcohol. That's just not where my heart and my mind lie, especially if I want to maintain the relationships I do have. That's just not good for me and my personality. I'm sorry. And our friends are let's, join a league, or, me and Tanner separately are let's start doing this. It's all with great intentions, but sometimes it's kind of maybe that's not what we need. For example, he was in a volleyball league over the summer. It was super fun for him to do. He got to be active. He got to make better friendships with people in our neighborhood that were part of the team. That was cool. To go and watch him, it was always at a bar. Always. And people are friendly. They're oh, can we get you something? Oh, let's get you something. And to constantly be no, I don't want anything. Thank you for thinking of me. No, I'm okay. Thank you so much. It's not a big deal. It doesn't bother me. I appreciate the gratitude, appreciate the intent. All of it's great. It's not supporting where I need to be in this life. And also me and Tanner don't only want to hang out at bars. That's just not for us. We have so many activities we love to do. We love to try so many things that it's just kind of that's not where we want to be. We're sorry, we don't want to. I've gotten to this point where I've read through the Bible 2 times. Anyone who was well, I've read the Bible. Well, I have too. We go to church almost every Sunday. I do pray every day. Me and my daughter pray the Our Father prayer before bed every night. I do daily devotional most days. Some days get away from me and I'm oh my God, I can't believe I didn't do that. I'm not doing everything right. I'm really not. So to get more close to our community, especially the church community, which we kind of walk in and we're we don't know anybody, but we're here, and then also want friendships who kind of speak that same language as us, and also, maybe want to do things that other friends don't want to do. That matters to us. That sounds really fun. I want to be a part of that community too. Went ahead and we joined a couples Bible study group for our age group, which we were kind of nervous about, I'm not gonna lie, because we don't always like people our age. I don't know why. Me and my dad have this conversation all the time. It's really easy for me to get along with people who are younger than me. It's really easy for me to get along with people who are older than me. But for some reason, when it comes to people my age, I can be a little bit more judgmental, which I don't like that about myself, or I can be a little bit more apprehensive. I think it's just because I feel rejected by a lot of people. Maybe not off the cuff. I feel my personality, people enjoy in the beginning, but then after a while, I don't know. I just feel people my age don't really like me. Which probably isn't good. I do have confidence in myself. I do love myself, those things. It's just how I perceive the world, which, what the fuck, We just started this Bible study group We just made like a new group of friends through that, which was really cool. And now we're going to church today and we get to sit with them, which is cool. Like that's what we've been wanting. That's what we've been asking for. And so I'm only saying this because like I'm not perfect and I'm not, you know, doing everything right, and I'm trying to make friends, and I'm 30, and I'm also trying to like increase my knowledge and, you know, my bandwidth for things that I do think are important. And I'm kind of seeing the fruit of that all come to fruition. Like when I started my Christian journey, I felt like God was hearing me, and we got blessed with our baby after trying to conceive for a long time. I don't like treat him like a magic genie or a magic 8-ball. Like I'm not like giving him 3 wishes and hoping that he listens to me. Like that's not like my relationship with him. I'm just seeing that like when I'm connected to God, I feel in tune with myself. I feel in tune with my marriage. I feel lighter. I feel more at peace. Like I feel a lot of relaxation and calm when I am better with my faith and my religion and my practice of it. The feeling is that in the world today, we're kind of being told that Christianity is like the issue, or like, you know, whatever side of the fence you lie on, you're like, that side of the fence believes in A, B, and C, and the root of it is Christianity. And that hurts my feelings. I don't want to be political. This is supposed to be a fun little platform for me to just stick around on. But in my opinion, Jesus was a Democrat. I said it. And I think that if you actually read the Bible, or you looked at things from a different context, especially the New Testament, you might agree with me. You might be like, I'm doing this so wrong. I'm using my blush brush on my bronzer and I'm putting it where my blush goes. I'm getting nervous. I'm talking about things that make me nervous. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I feel like people are very anti-religion because they're uninformed people who are a part of the system, who use the Bible in arguments, and they use it to cast judgment, and they use it to prove points in arguments, and they use it to validate, you know, the wrongness of the world. And first of all, don't fucking do that. Don't fucking do that. It's not very nice. And it makes all of us look like we're dumbasses because you're using it wrong and you're weaponizing the Bible, and that's so fucking rude. It's so fucking rude. So don't be rude. Point of my story at the end of all of this is that if you're in your 30s and, you know, you're a young family or a young couple, or you're single and you're sitting there looking around thinking like, I don't want to keep going to the bar, or I need to expand my community, or I need something to like literally root myself in because I feel like I'm like not tethered to anything. I want you to think about finding a new home in a church. You know, literally go to 100 churches. I literally went to like 6 or 7 before we landed in this place, and every once in a while I'm like, can always try somewhere new if I don't like what they're saying. Everybody worships differently. Everybody communicates different things differently. And, you know, you obviously want to be around people, you know, your age during certain phases of life. And, hold on. If you're afraid that you're going to go to church and everyone's going to be like, we hate this and we hate this, and if you believe in this, we hate you, and da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like honestly not like that. It's honestly not like that. Some churches might honestly be like that, and their community might be a little like, but let me tell you what, Jesus isn't like that. Jesus doesn't like that. You don't want to have your guards up walking into a church setting. You want to be open and willing to receive it and be able to walk away and make a decision not based off of emotions, but based off of like logic and reasoning. Do I agree with what they're saying? Do they align with my beliefs? Blah, 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 blah. All of that's important. Are they within my age groups? That's also important if you're seeking community. Why would you not want that? In your 30s and you're in an age group where you feel like you're like lacking, tethered to something, you know, you're seeking groups that, you know, want to talk about things you want to talk about and want to understand faith from a different light. I highly recommend joining a Bible study group. I'm already making friends. I'm already going to sit with some people at church today. That's great. We already got a group chat going. They're already liking my stuff on social media. I'm 30. I'm a millennial. These are the things that create community. Group chats, social media, connecting, meeting where we're already going. And I was lacking that in a lot of my relationships. I present to you the opportunity to grow in your faith and the right to make the decision if you don't want to stay there or not. You deserve that right. Give it a try. Something different than getting a beer, getting a glass of wine. Something different than having to go join a fucking league if you don't want to join a league. Just a thought. You got this. It's hard. It really is. But it's also not. It's also super easy. You just gotta have the courage and the patience to discover something new. So, love you. Good luck. Wish me luck. Hopefully this sticks. In like a month I might be coming back and be like, never mind. Just kidding. I'm not gonna be like that, but this is awkward. Sorry, bye.